a very important case came down from the Board of Immigration Appeals. Okay. It actually favors many people out there. Okay? Basically, you know the law says if you were inspected at the airport or at a border crossing, you're eligible to adjust your status if you're married to an American citizen. Okay. But you need the I-94, you need the visa, right? Mm-hmm. So the Board of Immigration Appeals came down with a decision last week that said that as long as a border guard actually saw you, you were inspected. Meaning, meaning, let's say hypothetically, you get driven across the border in the back of a car, and the border guard goes to the driver, talks to them, and waves you through. That is now considered inspection, where before it was considered entered without inspection. Because it is considered you were admitted, it's not an inspection, but you were admitted into the United States, and what the law requires to adjust your status is an admission. All of those people who were basically driven across the border, but not hidden in the back of a trunk, but within view of somebody, and were allowed across the border. And as long as you can prove that through your own factual testimony and maybe the factual testimony of other people, based on the Board of Immigration Appeals decision, you are eligible to adjust your status. So there's lots of people out there who were previously had been considered entered without inspection, who may now be considered entered with admission, allowing to adjust status based on marriage to a U.S. citizen.
That's good news.
That is very good news.
I think we should get it going. So, folks, you're hearing this.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
But it's not. I came. So now, in the state of New York, the law is if you came on a substituted passport and you have that passport, you were admitted into the United States. You're allowed to adjust your status, but you committed fraud, and then you'll need a waiver. Also, if you were driven across the border from Canada or from Mexico, you didn't run across the border. You were driven across the border. You went into a checkpoint. They waved you through whether you had a document or did not have a document.
So you got inspected.
You weren't inspected, but you were admitted. Okay. The key word is admitted.
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 That's the operative word.
And then if you were admitted, you can adjust your status.
Cool.
Based on marriage to a U.S. citizen.
I hope you all heard that, ladies.
So that is a very important change in what the law was up until the last week.
So a lot of folks out there who thought they were not
entered without inspection now may have entered with admission, even though they don't have a document to prove it. But as long as the factual circumstances, you can prove those factual circumstances, then you can adjust your status.